Hello students, welcome to Sacred Heart High School. Today we are going to study in Science-2, Chapter 15, Life Processes in Living Organisms, Part 1. Now children, you can see a picture in which a small experiment is performed. What you do is, you take a small plant like balsam or tuberose with its roots intact. Wash and clean its roots. Keep it in the water containing a stain like safranin or eosin. Observe the stem and the veins of the leaves after 2 to 3 hours. What do you observe? You observe that the stem and veins of the leaves appear pinkish in color. Due to the root pressure generated, eosin solution is continuously pushed upward. As a result, water reaches xylem and the water column is pushed forward. If you take a transverse section of the stem of a plant and observe the stained xylem under a compound microscope, what you observe that the xylem elements they appear pinkish as the eosin solution is conducted upwards through the xylem. So children, from this what do we infer? We infer that xylem is responsible for conduction of water and minerals in plant. We shall study more in detail. Now, as we know that root cells are in contact with water and minerals in the soil. Water and minerals they enter in the cells on the root surface, as you can see, due to the difference in concentration. As a result, these cells they become turgid. These turgid cells they exert pressure on the adjacent cells. This is called root pressure. Under the effect of this pressure, water and minerals reach the xylem of the roots, and to reduce this difference in concentration, they are continuously pushed forward. As a result of this continuous movement, a water column is formed, which is continuously pushed ahead, and this pressure is sufficient to lift the water up in the shrubs, small plants and small trees. Now next we shall see transpiration pull. Now plants give out water in the form of water vapor through the stomata on the leaves. Two cells called guard cells are present around the stomata, as you can see in the picture. These cells they control the opening and closing of stomata. Transpiration occurs through this stomata. Water is released into the atmosphere by leaves through the process of evaporation. As a result, water level in the epidermal layer of the leaf decreases. Water is brought up to the leaves through the xylem so as to compensate for the lost water. Transpiration helps in absorption of water and minerals and distribution to all parts of the plant, whereas root pressure performs the important role of pushing the water up during the night time, and that's what is called as transpiration pull. Now that we had seen about the transportation of water and minerals, now we shall see how food is transported or other substances How they are transported in plants. The food produced in leaves is transported to each cell in the plant body. Excess food except amino acids is stored in roots, fruits, and seeds. This process is called as translocation of materials. It is carried out in both the upward and the downward directions by the phloem. So here phloem is responsible for transportation of food and other substances in plants. Translocation of material is not a simple physical process because it requires energy, and actually this energy is obtained from ATP. Whenever food materials like sucrose is transported, as you can see in the picture, toward a part of a plant via the phloem with the help of ATP, the water concentration decreases in that part. As a result, water enters the cell by the process of diffusion. The pressure on the cell wall increases due to the increase in cellular contents. Due to the increased pressure, food is pushed into the neighboring cells where the pressure is low. This process helps the phloem to transport the materials as per the need of the plant. During flowering season, the sugar which is stored in the roots or stems is transported towards the floral buds to make them open and blossom. Next, we shall see the next important process, that is excretion in plants. Now, children, we know that many harmful and waste substances like urea, uric acid, ammonia, etc., are produced in living organisms. Now, if these substances accumulate in the body or are retained in the body for long, it can lead to serious harm or even death. Hence, it is necessary to remove such harmful and waste substances from the body. Different organisms have different methods of doing this. Removal of waste or harmful substance from the body is called excretion. In unicellular organisms, waste materials are directly eliminated across the cell surface, whereas the process of excretion in multicellular organisms is complex. Now, as you can see, we are going to see excretion in plants. So, excretion in plant is a simpler process than in animals. There is no special organ or system for excretion in plants. Gaseous substances are just given out by diffusion. Most of the waste substances of plants are stored in vacuoles of leaf cells and in fruits, flowers, and the bark of the stem. After some time, these parts they fall off. Some other waste materials are stored in old and worn xylem in the form of resin and gum. Some waste materials are also given out to the roots into the surrounding soil. In some plants, waste materials are present in the form of crystals of calcium oxalate. They are called as rhaphates. As they are needle shaped, they prickle and cause irritation of the skin. Some waste materials of plants are useful to humans. For example, gum, resin, latex of rubber, etc. Hope so, children, you have understood the topic. Thank you, children.